Hello Pisces friends, I'm Annie Botticelli and welcome to my Pisces June 2023 Astrology Horoscope forecast. This is for you if Pisces is your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, or any other placement of Pisces that you're listening for. What we're going to talk about here is part of your astrological picture. And if you're a very late degree Pisces friend, so birthdays around March 15th through the rest of the sign, or placements around 23 degrees of Pisces to the rest of the sign, I suggest you additionally listen to my Aries report, as your very late degree friends will benefit from both readings. I'm calling the theme of this month for Pisces, Piscean Superpowers Crystallized, and I'll go into details as to why I believe that is so, and also we'll talk about some very important general transits and aspects that will flavor this month that will affect all zodiac signs that you really need to know about, and we'll hone in deeper into some Pisces specific things. We have slightly more sweet aspects compared to salty ones again this month. Salty aspects, that's a term that I coined that is basically inharmonious aspects that are where planets are not getting along very well. So we definitely have more sweet connections than we do salty ones, but there will be some bumps. Another thing to celebrate is that we're easing out of the tension and the heat of eclipse season. The eclipses happened in April and May. If you want to hear more about those and understand some of the changes that have gone on for you, definitely listen to my April and May reports because I dive very deeply into those there. But for June, what we need to know is that there still could be news coming in and information coming in from that eclipse series. Okay, so most of the news has already come out. Most of the dramas have already happened. June may very much be about either picking up the pieces if there were challenges or diving deeply into your new opportunities, which came from the eclipses. But either way, there will be a little bit more ease and clarity in understanding the implications of the things that happened in April and May. Those were retrograde times. And now June has much more clarity surrounding the energy. So it's going to be a little bit easier to implement the changes and see the direction that things are going. Some people may see some of the big news come in this month, okay? But that's going to definitely be fewer of us. Most of the news has already come out now, and the tensions are starting to ease more. One of the most important things to know about this month before we dive here deep into the Pisces specific things is that from June 1st through June 19th, we have the last open period free from personal planet retrogrades and their shadow periods for a while. So on June 19th, the pre-transit shadow period before Venus retrograde will begin. And Venus rules love and romance and relationships and money and finances and self-esteem and beauty and design and more. So it's a very big transit that lasts for a very long time. We'll be feeling, this in some form or fashion from the end of June until the fall or spring for you all down under of this year. So it's a very long transit, and there are very wonderful things about that transit. If you want to understand that more, I have a ton of Venus retrograde resources that you can search for Annie Botticelli Venus retrograde online. I've got a video that encapsulates the most important things to know. Plus I have blog series at anniehelpsyou.com. You can search for those. But what we need to know now is that from June 1st through 19th, we're free of that. So this is a really great time for big decisions, gatherings, plans, basically anything you have to schedule that you want to have an easier flow. Engagements, weddings, big purchases, sales, moves, anything that needs more clarity or more oomph. You've got that nice open window before we start going inward and backward again. And be the earthworm, okay? So June 19th and onward for a long time, we're going back to being the earthworm, going back over old things, blessings from the past, opportunities from the past, challenges from the past, projects from the past will start to take center stage as June moves on. But we definitely have that nice open window there at the beginning for the first several weeks. Okay, so we have Gemini transits starting at this time, and this is going to bring a lot of movement. So the travel bug may bite, social connections and general busyness are going to start to abound in a big way. And for Pisces, this means activation of your home, family, and housing sector. Okay, so this is a lot of movement, a lot of energy in your home space with your family. Maybe you're traveling to see family. Maybe they're coming to see you. Maybe you're getting really antsy to move. This month is a very good time to move. In the stars, there's a lot of support for that. Also, big purchases, big sales. Maybe you're prepping a house, getting ready to sell it. And maybe you're just dealing with some ancestral patterns or looking deep into genetic, ancestral storylines. But either way, the sun is bringing that bright spotlight to that area of home, family, and housing. There could be some pressure points in that arena because the sun does make a square, but these are, usually fast passing dramas, if there are any, and it could be a positive pressure point. Like I said, maybe you're preparing a house for sale and you've got a deadline, or maybe, people are coming to visit and you've got to get the house ready, so there is showing a little bit of pressure, but it could be the good type of pressure. And it definitely brings a lot of warmth, vibrance, and focus to that area of life. Look for extra activity of the Gemini persuasion in the days around June 18th when we have the new moon in Gemini, which can bring some new beginnings to that home, family, housing arena. And in the days around June 3rd, look for fullness, completion, fruition to come to work or employment or your place out in the world, which can be, sometimes I'll have people who are retired say, how does that have anything to do with me? I know many, many, many seniors whose work out in the world is in some ways more profound than when they were even working. So this doesn't have to relate to money that you receive for work. It could just be passion projects. And also these placements, the Gemini and Sagittarius placements that are aspected this month, specifically for Pisces, this has to do with mother-father energy, whether it's you as the parent or you as the child, and, activity having to do with your parents or caretakers. In the days around the 3rd, there also could be information about education, travel, immigration, long distance, business, international connections that come with that full moon in Sagittarius. Okay, so now let's talk about these Piscean superpowers crystallized, okay? So I've got several storylines to show you here as we talk about these layers. So as a Pisces, you know your gifts, right? This tendency to be able to have a high emotional IQ where you can feel what other people are feeling, where sometimes to a fault, right? Where you're connected to your creativity, where you're connected to spirit, your intuition, those quiet personal pursuits that are so important for you. All of those are superpowers that you have. And sometimes those superpowers don't get noticed or recognized or connected in with other people or their experience because it's so much in your world, in your head, in your emotions. So this energy of your superpowers becoming crystallized has been kicked off by Saturn recently moving into your sign. Okay, so we've got 3 years from early 2023 into 2026. We'll have a brief retrograde back into Aquarius at some point, but it's never going to be far enough away from Pisces to be influencing. So for 3 years, you've got the power of the stern taskmaster, Saturn, helping you to crystallize and bring into form all of those quiet inner things that you want or need to get out, either to help other people or to express yourself. So even though this is a 3-year process, something that's unique about this period of time now, in these couple of months, June, May and June, is that we have an extraordinary number of planets in Taurus. So Taurus placements make a beautiful 60-degree angle with Pisces placements. We've got a lot of placements there, okay? We've got transiting North Node, which shows us, oh, by the way, the 60-degree angle is super favorable for Pisces, and this is an Earth sign, okay? So Earth signs help to crystallize. Saturn is in your sign of Pisces, but Saturn rules the Earth sign of Capricorn. So there's all of this energy of your complementary element. Okay, so air and fire are a set of complementary elements, and water and earth are a set of complementary elements. So for the long term and the short term, you've got all of this earth energy that's seeking to take your Piscean superpowers and crystallize them into tangible, sometimes even financially rewarded, more security, more groundedness, more material experience. So you've got Saturn doing its thing, and then you've got all of these Taurus placements. So transiting North Node, which speaks to your highest expression this lifetime. You've got a year transit of Jupiter in Taurus, making this beautiful angle of opportunities for Pisces to crystallize things into life, into form. It's also the great expander and the great benefic, the protector. There's Mercury for a short amount of time moving through Taurus. We've got several star goddesses, Astrea, Vesta, Sedna, moving through Taurus. Astrea helps you to find balance and to connect this energy of the ethereal and the material, which there's a lot of themes of that because Saturn is also helping you to build bridges like that between these worlds. Vesta is the star goddess of the home and the family. We already talked about how Gemini is accentuating that for you, but we also have a Vesta transit creating opportunities. Vesta is also the caretaker of the flame of Olympus. Okay, so it's her job to care for the flame. Well, Vesta and Hestia, they're Roman. The Romans, they say, borrowed the archetypal energies from the Greeks. So sometimes this energy, it's also Hestia, known as Hestia. But so Hestia, Vesta, guarded the sacred flame of Olympus. And so this relates to your sacred flame. What is it that makes you burn bright? What is it that makes you feel like your soul is on fire in a good way? And all of that, again, is crystallized into this tangible material form. Now, tangible and material can have to do with money. And there's a lot of energy around that. Earning money for your passion, earning money for your creativity, earning money for your intuitive connections, earning money for your work deep into psychological work. Pisces also rules this cosmic soup where psychology is the connector, of those realms, those studies. So we have all of that happening. And as all of these planets move through Taurus, they are moving through the sign of Taurus, but the house of Gemini. All right, so bringing this back around, this third house is what's being accentuated by these Taurus placements, which are making this 60-degree angle with Pisces, which is super favorable. And this has to do with expression, your voice, finding your voice. Taurus rules your actual voice, your throat. Gemini rules your spoken voice through your message, through your writing, through your art, through your other modalities of creation, dance, athleticism, fashion, whatever it is, you're getting to express yourself. And this energy also has to do a lot with relatives. So you're going to notice, we talked about parents, we talked about home and family, also other relatives like uncles, aunts, nephews, nieces, cousins. All of that energy is beautifully accentuated. So look for all kinds of possibilities regarding these people in your life. If you want to connect with more of my work to see what's in store for you at this time and moving forward, go to AnnieHelpsYou.com. And that's the interface for all the free goodies I make for you each month. If you love astrology and you want to learn astrology with me, you can go to AnnieHelpsYou.com and you can find my Becoming a Professional Astrologer Mastery Course, or you can go straight to beastropro.com, beastropro.com. I hope you have a wonderful month, and I'll see you next month.